So I hope you enjoyed the first part of the video today. And now let's move on to part 2 of the video. So now we are going to be making some delicious Funfetii cookies. This is going to be amazing, and there's going to be cream cheese frosting on the top, sprinkled with some sprinkles. And everything and all the ingredients are going to be down in the description below. And if you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell down below so every time I post a new video, you can receive a notification. Let's move on to the first step. Okay, so the ingredients we're going to need today is a 1/3 cup of cornstarch, 4 cups of flour. I just have them in 2 separate bowls because I couldn't find a bowl that was like big enough to put all 4 cups of flour in. 1 cup of sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar, a 1/2 cup of cream cheese, and a 1/2 cup of butter. Both of these, make sure they are room temperature. It makes a big difference if they're cold. Not so good. Also, some sprinkles. You can use whatever you want. I'm going to use these for the Funfetii part. And then for the decoration, I'm going to use these gold sprinkles and some gold dust. Now this dust is like a luster dust, except it's in a little pump. And you can get these like at Michael's. I think that's where I got them. And you can get them at craft stores. You can get them at baking shops. You can get them really anywhere. And then you need 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. And I'll show you how you can separate a yolk from a white. And you also need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So let's get started. Okay, so now what we're going to do is mix in all of our dry ingredients together. So we're gonna first start with the flour. Now I'll put in my cornstarch, sugar, and then I'm gonna put in my salt and my cream of tartar. And now I'm just gonna whisk this up until it is all evenly combined. So now all the dry ingredients are mixed. So I'm just going to set this off to the side here. And now I'm going in 3 seconds on when I clap everything, a bowl and the electric mixer will be here. 3, 2, 1. Okay everybody, so everything is here, movie magic. And now we are going to cream everything together. So first I'm gonna get a stick of butter, and this is just a 1/2 cup. And then I'm going to just cream this up. I'm going to get this cream cheese and make sure again that everything is room temperature. And now I'm just going to mix this up. Okay, so now what you're going to do once this is all nice and fluffy, this looks amazing. Okay everybody, so you know when it's finished, when it looks again like a cloud. Now what I'm going to do is add in vanilla, or if you want to have any other flavorings, I'm going to add in my egg. So what I'm going to do to get the 1 egg yolk out is I'm going to you can get your hand and make sure your hand is washed, and then just kind of take it back and then I'm going to add in this egg. And now I'm just going to whisk this stuff up. So before we move on, make sure you set your oven to 375 degrees so it's nice and preheated. Now, once I mixed it up, now I'm going to get a 1/2 cup of my flour mixture, and I'm just going to add that in. And then I'm going to keep on alternating until it is all incorporated. Make sure if you haven't already to go to my Instagram or Pinterest and do #@HomeWithSophia so I can see all of your amazing desserts. Also, the links are in the description down below if you want to go check out my page. Now once your mixer cannot mix it up anymore, slowly add in the flour mixture to the dough until it is all fully incorporated. Now get a piece of saran wrap and put the cookie dough on the top and into a disc, and then place that in the fridge. Now 1 hour later, take it out of the fridge and you can leave it up in the fridge all the way to 2 weeks. Okay everybody, so it has chilled and it'll be easier for it to come together. So this recipe does come with a lot of cookies, but it is so worth it because they're very addicting and they're very good. So what you need is a work surface, and I don't want to cut on the countertop, so I just use a cutting board and I sprinkle it with flour so it doesn't stick. A cookie cutter, and if you're watching this during Christmas time, you can use Christmas cookie cutter or an Easter cookie cutter or a Halloween cookie cutter, some sprinkles, a rolling pin, a pan, a cookie sheet with some parchment paper. And since these are no spread cookies, you can put them as close as you want together. Like here, this is when they were uncooked, and then when they baked, and they stayed the exact same. They're like no spread cookies. So I also have some flour in case I need to sprinkle the rolling pin or anything like that, but it's not that much of a sticky dough. So now I'm just gonna roll my dough out until it's a 1/2 inch. So now this is time for the funfetti part. So now I'm just going to sprinkle some sprinkles into my hand, and I'm just going to put them all over the cookies. Now once you're finished, get the back of the lid and just kind of press them down into the cookie so they stick. Okay, now I'm gonna put them in the oven at 375 for about 10 to 12 minutes or until they're golden brown at the bottom. So I will see you in 10 minutes. Okay everybody, so the cookies are ready to go, and you want to make sure that they are nice and cool, otherwise the frosting will melt off of it and it will not be very pretty. So I have some frosting right here. This is cream cheese frosting, and I just dyed it pink because I thought it would go really nice with the colors, but you can do whatever you want. You don't even have to put frosting on. Like, they're just done right now if you want it to be like that. So what you do is you just get a nice dollop, and then you can get an offset spatula, and if you don't have one of these, you can use a back of a knife. Now I'm gonna get some gold sprinkles. These ones are shiny sprinkles, but they're flat, because I'm just gonna sprinkle them on. And I'm gonna finish up the rest of these in 3, 2, 1. Alrighty everybody, so that does it for the video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell down below, and bye-bye.